All right, hello and welcome to another year of PLCs. The PED committee wants to just walk through a couple things to make sure that we're all on the same page moving forward with our PLC leaders. So first thing are the PLC guidelines, and just a quick reminder what PLCs are and what they're for. There are three purposes to your PLC. And we want to work on asking these questions this year as we are moving forward with our action plans. First, what do we want students to learn? Second, how will we know when student has learned it? And third, what will we do when student doesn't learn it? So your PLC goal this year must help you answer all three of these questions. You're going to start out this year working on your action plan as a PLC to determine what you want to accomplish this year. So you can start thinking about your action plan, which we'll go over some examples in the next slide. You're going to want to start your first week by establishing the PLC norms. One thing that is different on the form this year for your PLC is there is a place for you to record your norms. That way you can be coming back to those, and your department chairs and admin will be aware of those as you move forward. You're going to designate and delegate responsibilities. The PLC leader shouldn't be responsible for everything that you do. Our PLC leader this year has dubbed herself the PLC hostess, so she's not in charge of everything, but there is shared responsibility. Determine the agendas. You can do this together, or as a PLC leader, you can assign this. Make sure that you're taking notes and keeping track at each of your meetings. We recommend a Google Doc, preferably shared through Canvas, that everyone can access and upload their thoughts from the meetings to. But make sure that you check with your department chair to see how they'd like to share the minutes from each of your PLC meetings.
There are some sample action plans on the P drive in the PLC main folder that you can use to create your action plan with your group. It should be something that your PLC really wants to use as a goal for the whole year, and it should also answer one of the three PLC driving questions that we just covered. So do you want to continue the same goal from last year or work on implementing a new curriculum? Choose something that's really going to help all of your teachers in the classroom. So let me go through an example action plan for you. And just as a reminder, you're going to submit your action plans to your department chair. Here's the template. One thing that's new this year are the group norms section. Just include some of those. Those could be things like arrive on time, put cell phones away, things like everyone contributes ideas together. You'll include your goal for what you want to achieve this year, as well as your action steps that you will take to make sure you achieve that goal, your benchmarks throughout the year of how you'll know you are making progress, and then what will be the evaluation process of making sure that you are successful in the end. So these three questions are great guiding questions to answer with your whole group. What do we want students to learn? How will we know that they have learned it? And what will we do if they don't? Here's an example from an English PLC last year. They broke down their very specific steps in their action plan for what they were going to do throughout the year. They also had some different benchmarks in place that they could come back and talk about at the end of each semester or by certain dates. And then for the evaluation part, they had some important pieces of their assessment that they're going to look for to really make sure that their students were successful in their goal. On the end, they wrote down just their summary of how they would know they're answering those PLC guiding questions. You can include some more information like your course learning outcomes or different assessments that you're going to use to keep track as well. And you can find some other examples in the PLC main folder to give you some more ideas. So these are the members of the 2017-18 PD committee. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to someone on the committee that's in your department, and they can help you walk through the action plan or come and visit your PLC to help make sure you're on the right track with that. So let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.